Happy Monday, everyone. Happy March Madness Monday. The madness has begun. It's commenced. Get those brackets ready. Get your pencils, your sheets of integrity, get them ready. Oh my goodness. It is best time of the year for sure. It's all kinds of excitement. It's a crazy, crazy weekend for Chicago. The Chicago River was dyed green. We're back to semi-normalcy. So we have so much to cover. In madness in general, like we're so excited for March Madness, as I'm sure everyone out there watching this right now and hearing this and however you're digesting and consuming this is super stoked for March Madness. I want to know, who do you see going all the way? Who do you see in your Final Four? Who do you have in your Elite Eight? I am a homer, and I'll have two different brackets. I'm going to have the homer one that's got this hard hills going all the way, and then I'll have a roll one, which I've got to go through and say, okay, who do I really think is going to go through? We're our house divided. Chris is he's an Illini all the way through. That's where he went. So we do have a little jab here and there, because I always go back and say he was at the game and when the Tar Heels beat the Illinois. So I'll have the two brackets, and we got to figure out who's going to go and then have some bragging rights here and there. So let me know, who do you see going? Like I said, we'll go through ours, and want to know for sure. It's such a fun time. And I love how, as always, it brings people together. I was talking to a friend last week when we were in Florida that they get the whole family together. And I love how, even if you're not really into sports, how people get into it. And so I'm super excited about that. As everyone knows, that I was on vacation this past week, and we're going to get into that. Not so much, a little bit in this episode, but I'm going to bring that on to a later episode as well. Had a blast with that. It was phenomenal. Anytime you can get away, whatever your cup of tea is, whether that's the snow, whether that's sunshine, whatever it is, as always, just take some time to do that. It's a very much necessity. Get out, decompress, make sure you're giving time to your employees to do that. We're not going to go over that again, because we've already done that multiple times. Make sure you decompress and have work-life balance, because it's so important. I had some good time with that. Can check Disney off the box now. Different experience for sure. I was able to experience the Disney experience. There were some things that were okay, that I could definitely see the Disney experience. And there was a little bit of a letdown on the Disney experience. There's some things that were like, okay, this is really, really cool. And then the other parts were like, whoa, I was really expecting from, you preach about how awesome the Disney experience is and the customer service. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of was, whoa, I was at a little bit of a letdown on the Disney experience and the customer experience. So like I said, we'll get into that in a later episode. And there some other things will happened along that week, but the biggest thing was just to decompress and have some time for myself and Chris, and just get away and like I said, have some rest and relaxation, which is always a good thing. Want to go back to Friday a little bit with Sarah from PCG and speak with her. And man, if you have not had a chance to listen to that episode, to watch that episode, however you're digesting this content, please go back and watch it. I cannot express enough. I know we had everyone out at NADA and being spread out across the nation with that. Take some time and go back and watch it and listen to it. There was so much knowledge in that, and so much information and good advice, and just little things here and there that Sarah brought to the episode that I highly recommend. I know that last week was Women's International Day, and Glenn Pash had a very I saw something. I don't know where I saw it, if it was on Twitter or if it was on LinkedIn, wherever he saw it. And I'm going to creatively borrow what he said, but that he kind of doesn't like talking about it or broadcasting to say Happy International Day, because it really should be every single day. And I 100% agree with that, because we should be celebrating this every day and not just one day or 1 week or 1 month. And I think that should be like really any holiday. And I think it was like Valentine's Day or something like that. I happened to make a comment about the same type of thing, that these holidays that we celebrate, it kind of drives me insane sometimes, because we get so caught up in this Hallmark, I'm just call it Hallmark bullshit, that it shouldn't take a holiday for someone to say, I love you, or give someone, pick up the phone and call them, or do something nice for someone. So I just echo kind of what Glenn was saying and what I said back in February, just that it really shouldn't take a holiday to recognize someone, or to tell someone you love them, or to reach out and tell someone, do something nice for someone. So anyways, with that, Sarah just brought down the house on Friday. There's so many good things about what she said, and so many just knowledge that she dropped. And when she was just dropping bombs left and right about the amount of knowledge she was dropping on Friday. Couple of things I want to touch on. And then I want you all to go back. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it and listen to it, and go back and re-listen to it. Because like I said, there was just so much that she brought, and she's such just a fountain of knowledge. And she's moved up so quickly in where she's been because she is so knowledgeable. And I've said when I first started the episode that there's no one else I call more frequently than her, or text more frequently than her, and reach out to more frequently to her when it comes to social, because she's the best. Like there's no one more than her. So one, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And so too often, some people will think that, hey, we need to quickly, it's not working, so we change it. No, just pump the brakes, write it out. Do we really need to change that right now? No, we don't. Just slow down. And the other big one, and as we discussed on Friday as well, and if you've either heard me speak or heard me my soapbox for 2 seconds, or you've heard Sarah, branding. And that a dealership, or not even a dealership, a business in general, needs to take every chance possible in social to brand themselves. And especially in the auto industry, is that we think that, though not in general, a common pitfall is that, oh, well, social is just for lead generation. No, it's not. It's first and foremost is for branding. So just please, if you take nothing else from that, is that to please brand yourself. Social is not for selling. Get it out of your mind. It's not for selling. Think of the last thing that you saw on social. If someone started selling you, are you going to go continue to follow them? No, you're not. You're not. So stop, get it out of your mind. The customer is going to buy the person, and they're not going to, whatever they're buying is going to come secondary. They're buying the person. They're buying a brand. That is what they're buying. So branding. And the rest of, like I said, go back and watch it, because there is just so much knowledge. This week, man, we're going to continue the powerful, amazing, incredible women. And I've got Candice Lowe is coming on this week. She brings 26 years of automotive experience to the table. She is just another wealth of knowledge, and has so much that she brings to the table. We're going to be talking all about not reputation management. We're going to continue the social conversation, and just some things that she's seen that, once again, works, doesn't work. And she knows a little bit of everything. She's been in the industry for a minute, to say the least. And she's sat in about every chair there is to sit. So I love talking with her. I've known Candice for a little bit here. And like I said, you can ask her anything, because she's done it. She knows what works, doesn't work. And her and I have had multiple conversations, and I have great stories about her. And whether it's a green pea up to the executive manager, to the corporate, to the area staff managers, doesn't matter what it is, she's always there to help someone else. And one of the things I love about this show is that we're here to make the world a better place. At the end of the day, we want to make the world better than we found it. We want to make this industry better than we found it. And that is exactly what Candice wants to do. And so I'm so excited to have her on this week. So with this Sunday, with this Monday, we have Selection Sunday. We're so excited. We have March Madness. So I don't know if you can see this shirt right now. So I've got right now, it says, I make shoe connection contact before eye contact. And at this point, you guys all know, I have a bit of a Air Jordan problem. I can admit I have a problem. That's about as far as it's ever going to get, because I'm never going to do anything else more about it. So, I've been holding off on this for a bit, but I figured we're into March Madness. Now was a good time to let you all into this. So I started collecting Jordans when I was, I think it was about 15-ish. I think I was about 15. And my mom bought me my first pair of Jordans. And then from then on, I just said, hey, this is it's my addiction. You don't need to take that burden of this. I'm going to handle that. So then I started working at Foot Locker. And when I say working, I really never took home a paycheck. So I really just paid myself to work there. Let's be honest. And then from there, I just continued to collect shoes. And then I've broken a lot of bones, had a lot of surgeries, blah, blah, blah. And it was probably around, I'm trying to think what year it was. It was a while ago. And I moved out to Chicago in 2010. So it was before 2010. And I shattered my foot, and when my foot healed, my foot size changed. So none of my Jordans fit anymore. And at that time, prior to them, when I got my shoes, when I bought them, a lot of my shoes I never wore. So I had all these Jordans. I had at the time probably like 300 pairs of Jordans. And I started selling them off because I was like, I'm never going to wear my Jordans again. And a lot of the shoes I didn't wear. And I was just so pissed because I'd also had a surgery where I couldn't do contact sports again. So I started setting off my collection. Fast forward to 2010. I live in Chicago now. And I finally, about a couple of years ago, decided, I'm going to start collecting shoes again. So, but I go, if I'm going to collect them, I'm going to start wearing them. And we moved, the last couple of years ago, we moved. And just recently, Chris says, hey, why don't we display, because I just keep them very OCD. As soon as I wear them, I clean them. They've got to go back in their boxes. And I don't want light getting on them because it damages them. The soles change color and it's all yellowy and whatever. So if my roommates from college would know that, they're like, what is that sound? And they're like, is Brooke ferociously brushing her teeth? No, I'm cleaning my Jordans. So he goes, look, why don't we display them? And I was really hesitant about it because I was like, oh, I don't want to damage them. And he's like, let's give it a shot. So over the weekend, we completely built a shoe wall. Now it's not all my Jordans, but it's a portion of them. So it got me to thinking a little bit about like just how you display things and how you present things, and every step of the way, how we would check in. So how relating this to what we do in our business and how we do this in the industry. And every step of the way, it was, okay, is it level? Is it right there? Is it, how are the metrics on this? And number one, are we checking in every step of the way with our metrics? Are they good metrics? Is it good data? Are we going through and saying, okay, all right, if it's just a little bit off on the level, it's not correct, right? And so we're like, oh no, we got to switch it just a little bit. And Chris and I are very much perfectionists, and so it's got to make sure this is correct. Got to make sure this is correct. And then we'd go through and like, oh no, oh, and then we'd take it back down, and then we'd put it back up, and then okay, now it's good. And then once it's all done, the thing is absolutely incredible that it looks so much better than it ever did. So once it's all done, I'm going to post this up here. We've got a time-lapse video of it. I've got the photos of it, and I'll put it up here. You can throw it in here and you guys can see everything. And I just go, this is so much better than I ever imagined it would ever look. And it's all thanks to Chris that he did this. And then I go back and look and think, okay, in our business, in our industry, how we evolved. Like I didn't think that I ever wanted, I was so nervous of what it was going to look like. And, oh, I don't want to, I'm so tense and I don't want to. And looking at the old school Foursquare, the Foursquare, oh no, we got to hold on to the Foursquare. Well, whether it's a digital retailing tool, before the digital retailing tool, there was your CRM would print off nice little, things that customer and present it to the customer. And it's all about presentation, right? And the presentation looks so nice and looks so much better. But how fearful we are, whether it's in the auto industry or just in general, how fearful we are of change. And it's like, oh, but I don't know. And oh my gosh, but the presentation looks amazing. It looks so much better. And it was just a simple, it was simple. It was a lot of time and effort we put into it, but it just looks so much better. And we mapped it all out. We made sure in every sense, okay, what was the strategy we had in mind? We knew what it wanted to look like. And I did so much research beforehand. Okay, we're going to look like this. We looked at, the amount of freaking research I did beforehand of, okay, do I want it in boxes? Do you want the shelves? Do you want which box, which one? Okay, we do boxes. How much UV light do you want coming in? Because the UV light comes in, it's going to damage the soles. Well, okay, if we do the shelves, I did like 3 weeks beforehand to see how much dust would actually get on the shelves. Is it going to damage the shoes? Okay, if we do the shelves, what shelving do you want? Well, then, okay, I want to do the IKEA shelves. Okay, with the IKEA shelves, they're out of for a month and a half, they were sold out because of everything is on back order. So there's so much work beforehand, but I knew the strategy, what I want to go into to do it. And the same thing can be said, whether it's in the auto industry or anywhere else, but going through every step of the way as we go through and constantly checking in. Are you constantly checking in with your team? How are they doing? Staying true to that, staying true to the metrics. Are you measuring the right thing? And if you are, as long as you are checking in every step of the way, okay, is it working? Is it working? Because if we hadn't have been and checking with the levels and making sure they're exactly this, 7 inches apart, because if it's one's 7 inches and one 8 inches, and the other one's 6 inches, it's all going to be screwed up, right? So it would be a really big problem. And then, okay, well, one's here. Well, now they're not level. And now it's not going to look so pretty. And we just wasted a lot of money. So anyways, I'm very, very excited. It turned out, I've been on cloud nine ever since, because it turned out so well. In fact, the one wall we've done, and we're going to get some more shelves and put them somewhere else to try to get the rest of Jordans up there. But very, very excited about it. So like I said, I'll drop in here and you guys can see the rest of how it turned out. And just like I said, don't be afraid of change. I know Sarah and I talked about this last week as well, but just take every chance you have that comes at you. So I'm usually not someone that's afraid of change. And this was just something that's been my baby for so long. I mean, I've been collecting shoes we're going on 20 something now. I can't even do the math on this, how long it's been, 23 years now, almost 25 years now. So it's been a while, and it all came together. They all turned out well. And it's presentation, you're checking in and you got the metrics, and it's the right metrics. So it turned out absolutely amazing. And there we go. So bringing this all full circle is March Madness time. I want to hear everyone how you're doing for your pools and your tourney and your sheets of integrity. Who you see going to Final Four? Who do you see taking it? And we've got Candice Lowe on this week, and super, super excited to have her on here. And she's got, like I said, 26 years of automotive experience. I mean, she's got, ask her anything. She's sat in about every seat there is to sit at this point. And so grateful for Sarah coming on last week. Once again, if you haven't checked out her episode, please go back and listen to it. She so much to gain and to glean from what she spoke on last week. And as always, have a wonderful week. Be kind, be nice to everyone. Reach out to someone in need, because there's always someone out there that needs assistance. You might not be able to tell it. They may be putting up a strong front, the facade up front, and just smile for someone. That might be all that someone needs. So as always, thank you for being a part of this Facts Not Feelings, and have a wonderful rest of your day and your week. And we'll see everyone Friday. Have a wonderful rest of your day.